is the story of a language that was developed by duck hunters so that they could communicate with each other without other hunters finding out where their secret spots were for hunting ducks and all that kind of stuff. And so the simple way to tell it, since it started with duck hunters, is to tell a basic duck hunter story. So if you had a duck hunter story with two duck hunters that went duck hunting and they took their shotguns and their backpacks and a couple of dogs and they walked to the blind, and as they were walking along, they came to a river which was rather high, and so they grabbed a little boat to row across. They got tired as they kept walking, and they saw some horses grazing, and so they decided they'd jump the horses and ride them to the blind, and they finally got to the blind. Meanwhile, of course, they're nipping on the flask of brandy. So they're starting to get a little drunk, and as they get to the blind, they're not having any luck, but they're still drinking brandy. And finally the ducks come. So this is about everything that could happen in a duck hunter story, right? So this is how it would be told in the LF language. Twilfu dolfa kolfunners, Wilfin dolfa kolfunning. And they tulfuk a couple of dolfogs, and their balfak palfax, and their shalfat golfuns, and the dolfullets, the shelfuls, shalfat gun shelfuls, and their belfelts. And they walfocked and walfocked and walfocked. And the dolfogs Ralph ran along behind, wagging their little tail fells, balfarking, balfarking, balfarking. And they walfocked until they golfought to the real fibber. Well, it had been Ralph ain't it? And sure enough, Ralph fibber had a real pheasant. And the one dolphin golfighter said to the other dolphin golfighter, he said, Shellfit, we can't walfock across the wallfire. We ain't Geofee's crowfies. We ain't Neofeed a bullfold. They wolfed off up and downfold the balfank, and they saw a little fiddle bullfold. Well, one dolphin call fighter says, Shellfit, there's a little fiddle bullfold. Let's swile fight that bullfold. Roll full across the real fibber. Shellfit the ducks will kill fit it back before they even mill fist it. The other dolphin cutter said, why now fight? Well, Ilfin, Bilfin, no-fools, a couple of Bilfig, Belfak hullfighters with their Balfak, Palfax, and their Shalfat Golfans can barely fill fit in a little fiddle bullfold. No rule foam for the Dolphogs. The Dolphogs got a swell film. Bilfin, bit of fitting no-fools, a couple of Bilfig, Dolphog hullfighters can roll full of bullfold, the Growlfoss, a real fibber, foul faster than the Dolphog can swim. Because the Dolphog doesn't swill film. The dolphog palfound. So they're you know, the wallfire. Well, they get to the other balfank, and the dolphogs would be hoffing. They said, Shellfit, get up the balfank. Dolphogs crawl fold up the balfank, and Shellfit and Shellfoot the wallfire all over the dolphin. Shellfit, let's gillfit to the wallfire. So they wallfogged some more fold, and one dolphin callfighter said, you know, I'm getting a little tirefold. You see those horfulses? Sure enough, there was a couple of horfulses, growlface and you'll eat in the growlface, you know, like a horfulse will, just growlface and growlface. So Shellfit, we'll jolfump those horfulses and ralphide them. So they dilfit. They jolfup the horfulses and gillfiddly olfup, gillfiddly olfup, gillfiddly olfup, ralphide those horfulses. Dolphogs are rolfing and balfark, balfark, balfark. Trying to galvash the horfulses. Well, Shellfit, the horfulse get a dolphog. So finally they get to the balfind. The dolphogs are just wow. They're just tireful. Dolphog Hellfighter said, don't balfark, don't scareful the dolphogs, or we'll showfoot your out. So they ralphated, well, they all along they were nilfipping on the ralphing. Now the flower fast, they're getting a little drill funk. So they self-ed to the dolphogs, showfut off up, no balfarking. Well-fade for the dolphogs. They well-faded, and they well-faded, and they well-faded. The Sulfun was self-fetting in the Wellfest. In the Wellfest. The Sulfun was self-fed. It was a real trail-fitting Wellfest. A little well-fed scoffle. They're saying, Shellfit, the Dolphogs are never going to call fun. The other Dolphin owner said, Wolfuck, Dolfox. Sure enough, wow fact. Here call from the Dolphox. They said, one more towel from the Dolphox, don't be Balfarking. And the one Dolphox whole thunder pale picked up his shot-fight gun and he said, young, don't shoot me. I'm not Dilfic Chilfini. They well faded, the Dolphox came, wow fact, Balfang, Balfang, Balfang. Son of a Bill Fitch, they mill fist him.
Oh my God!
Oh, that's amazing.
That is a 45-year-old story, I think.
Oh,
Did you make this up?
I
That
heard
is
it
amazing.
when I was bartending. A guy came into the bar and sat down, and somebody said, would you tell the duck hunters? And he said, okay, if everybody will shut up. And the bartender said, ding, ding, ding. He's going to tell the duck hunter story. Shut up. And the whole bar went quiet.
Oh.
And this guy told this story, and I said, I got to learn that story.
Oh, that is so
So how did you
How
learn
did
it?
you
How
learn
did
that?
you learn that? That's crazy.
Well, if I told you.
Yeah.
We could do it? No way, not me.
Brian,